Okay, so once again, I did a dumb and didn't check it. So I'm checking out a new quest over here. So my sound's gone right now. So I've sent someone to give your report to the Institute. In any case, I shall leave the upcoming work to you, Miss Fusilier. Of course, Mr. Ramondo, but about the help you mentioned. Don't worry, when the right time comes, our honorary senior researcher will appear by your side. It's great to see you so soon, honorary senior researcher and the assistant to the honorary researcher. Allow me to introduce. This is the special investigator in charge of the stolen Akirium kinetic core case, Miss Fusilier. Before I ask for your help again, please allow me to briefly explain the case of the Akirium kinetic core's theft and some other key information. Ramondo briefly explains why the Fontaine Research Institute initially identified Knacker as the prime suspect. An intense surge of Akirium energy would have filled the central laboratory after the explosion, so only professionals could engage in work there for any length of time. And the timing of the experimental field generator's activation and attack was too much of a coincidence. According to Armando, the suspect must be a senior researcher linked to the research, and subsequent examinations and reenactments of the events have borne this theory out. The only people capable of this in Fontaine Research Institute are Ramondo, Knacker, and Edwin, the last of whom passed away during the explosion. Ramondo mentions that he, too, is under internal review, and it sounds like a huge pain. However, locating the core as soon as possible still remains our main objective. The unstable prototype may go out of control at any moment and release a surge of Akirium that would affect everything around it. Hey, doesn't that mean it might explode again at any moment? Ugh, Knacker. Traveler, it seems we don't have a choice. Looks like Knacker really does deserve a good beating. He wouldn't get off that easily if I have anything to say about it. I'll be counting on the two of you. I must return to the Institute. Mr. Trussell won't be able to deal with so many journalists for long on his own. Even if it's just for the sake of his health, I ask that the bottom of this matter as soon as possible. I wish him good health. Ha! Thank you, on his behalf then. Armando leaves in a hurry. Honorary senior researcher, let's act quickly. The sooner we find the culprit, the sooner we can clear Mr. Edwin's name. You sound like you have a very good impression of him. Edwin has helped me in many ways. He was a good person. Knacker, on the other hand, he's a spiteful lowlife who used Mr. Edwin's research to harm the Institute for his own selfish interests. That's unforgivable. It is my belief that he framed Mr. Edwin for the initial explosion in the Institute, too. After all, he is the only one who could have benefited from how things played out up until now. He has the Akirium Kinetic core. If Knacker is really alive, I will definitely catch him. And then I'll meet... Ah, shoot. But I'm sure that you're not here to discuss that, alright, senior knight, or researcher, excuse me. It's almost time. Let's head down to Ramondo's Harbor. I'll brief you on the specifics once we get there. So, yeah, dumb me didn't check my mic again because I have to replug my headset every time I get on the computer because it's no longer recognizing some of the stuff. So I keep forgetting to do that because it's recently started happening, like in the past week. So please forgive me if I have to do voiceovers for these things and I keep flubbing up the dialogue as per usual. So I'm trying to find the Hydroculus, and I thought it was underwater. And then I realized, oh wait, this is not considered Fontaine. Oh dear. Or at least not Fontaine proper. So this is me just trying to figure out where the heck it is. And then I noticed, like, way up there's that. So I probably have to get that from the top of the harbor. I tried using this thing to get up there to see if it went up high enough, and it does not. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna bother. I don't see anything that gets up high enough. As you can see me looking around still. are we doing here? We look like eavesdroppers. Well, we were here to be eavesdroppers, but I think we have to wait a little longer. Let's get behind those shrubs for now. You wait for some time behind in the shrubbery. Look over there. Those are the people we're waiting for. According to my investigation, they're reselling a batch of goods linked to the Fontaine Research Institute. And this may be connected to Knacker. Let's get closer. Proposal, advice, Transport Institute lesson, scoundrels threatening me. So it does have something to do with the Institute. They seem to be transporting someone? Get closer, I'll record their conversation with this device. Boss, there's someone over there. We've been spotted. Mr. Chosover, it seems you don't know the rules. I suppose that's as far as my warnings go. Farewell. You pretentious... Let's go. Take those snoops out. And a fight ensues.
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Let the magic begin! Rise. A round of applause!
Fine, you're good. It's my loss. It doesn't matter who hired you to silence me. Just do as you please. Huh? No one's trying to silence you. Actually, we're hoping you'll talk. We're special investigators from the Fontaine Research Institute. Mrs. Chosover, we suspect that you're involved in the disappearance of our Curium Kinetic Core. Please cooperate with our investigation. So the Institute seeks assistance in their investigations by hiding and eavesdropping. Why am I not surprised? That's a necessary investigation technique. Allow me to explain. Foculaire gives Chosover a detailed account of everything. He doesn't seem to fully understand her. However, I don't understand. Limerick, what the devil is all of this? I think she's trying to tell you that some idiot stole something from the Institute and that thing might explode at any moment. If it explodes near Almodos Harbor, it'll kill all the fish there and render it impassable to ships. So there's here to get that idiot. That's what you're here trying to say, right? Your summary is correct. I guess there's someone here with brain cells to rub together after all. I see. So you're here to do good. And there I was thinking that you blistered loyal, whatever. Misunderstood you. It's my mistake. So drinks are on me next time. Silence you. Weren't you discussing business deal? A deal. Looks like this understanding's mutual. I never do business with trash like Lolier. He's always with the Shosnayans, and all he cares about is transporting Fontaine's goods to the outside for his own benefit. He's as bad as they get. Some time ago, he came asking for my help in smuggling a person out of Fontaine. Oops. To smuggle someone out. Could it be... Yes, it could be Knacker, the one we're looking for. What happens next, Mr. Chosover? He looked to be up to no good, so I turned him down. Is it just Paimon, or do you seem a bit disappointed, Miss Foculaire? Huh? What? I'm not. How could I possibly hope that someone might commit a crime? No way. Today he came all the way to threaten me and tell me not to leak out any information regarding this incident, or else his boss, Constantine, would personally come to teach me a lesson. I was just about to teach him a lesson when Limerick noticed you eavesdropping, and the guy seized the chance and fled. Guess I'll have to just wait next time and yeah, he and I meet. So that this Losier's boss is Constantine? Paimon's never heard of him. Could he be a Fatui? Never mind. Paimon's just joking. There's no way that everyone from Shosnaya who we've met is a Fatui. Ha 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 ha. I don't know why it took me so long to read that. I used to think that way too, but I really don't know what's going on with that Constantine guy from Shosnaya. All I know is that he's a major buyer and he's been purchasing all kinds of goods and equipment and sending them to the harbor. I have no idea what... Bleh. That said, since he's associating with the likes of Lolier, he's definitely no better. Boss, this is not the place to talk. Let's head back to the ship first. Right, you come with me. You're looking for that core thing or whatever, right? I'll help you with it. Huh? What a surprise, and I thought you were gonna be a twist. You're not planning to kill us on board and dump our bodies in the sea, are you? This entire Lomodos Harbor is under my protection. Anyone causing trouble around here is my business. If what you said is true, then I'm doing the right thing. If not, at least Lomodos Harbor will avoid disaster. You understand that at the very least? You have a point. Enough chit-chat. You want to talk? Get on the ship and talk. Alright, let's get on the ship. Or, I was checking. I realized the ship was actually further away. I had to use waypoint. I actually don't look at the name of this quest line until the end of the video, so please forgive me. Wow, do you own the entire ship? Of course it's mine. Now let's get on with business. That thing might go off any second, right? There's not much time. There's not a moment to lose. Blech. But we don't have anything else to go on. Based on what we know so far, you run the largest underground operating in Lomodos Harbor and often deal in items related to the Institute as underground trading operation. During our investigation at the harbor, our investigators found trace amounts of Acarium energy reactions on some goods. We believe that Nacker has come. That's why we came to you following the trade leads, but we didn't expect to find out that. I didn't even get to read what I selected. The gray market is not the same as the black market. I'm not a parasite like Lolier. Hey, you just said you're in the gray market. Get off your high horse. If you'd only come to me sooner, I'd have captured that Lolier guy. He said he's going to teach me a lesson. That I can't wait to see. You should give it a chance to explain at least. You're the ones who charged at us without a word. We wanted to explain, but you didn't give us a chance to. Ha! I said two sentences. What do you mean by without a word? Moliere, Constantine, I'll report their names to the Institute, but now... Boss, sorry to intrude, but didn't Moliere say something like, there's no use for you now, earlier? Huh, that he did. That scoundrel even said that it's a shame how I missed out on a load of cash. I should have punched him right in the face. Right there. Could that mean that he's already found someone to do his dirty work? You mean someone has taken the job? Yes, and that someone might have been paid already. If you want to find out who comes across a sudden windfall, as far as I know, Lolia prefers to hire poor and lazy slugs who sit around daydreaming. Because people like that are easiest to deceive and control, right? Well, it seems like you've seen your fair share. Perhaps there are also people like that in the Institute? Mr. Edwin once said that if you live your life seriously, you'll find that people like that are all around you. Don't worry, Paimon, we're not lazy slugs. You didn't have to stress that. No worries, I know who to see first. Boss, do you remember Cobalt? Sure, I remember him. He used to be the most famous drunkard working under me, but I kicked him out of the outfit because of his habit of nicking this and that. Well, he's now a regular at the Rusty Rudder. Pilot said that he's basically there all day buying up most of the wine. I think we should go have a conversation with him. Wait, but we don't have any proof. Proof? If Cobalt needs some, I'll find him some. But before that, he has to have an honest conversation with me. Helm, plot a course to the Rusty Rudder. Transportation. Person could choke on this alcoholic Greek. There are so many drunkards in here. Can we really find this Cobalt guy? Don't most people go home when they have too much to drink? With his financial state and moral standards, home is a luxury he can't afford. He has nowhere else to be except the tavern. Just to be on the safe side, let's stay together. The people in the watering hole aren't the friendliest. Especially you, Institute lady. Don't stray too far from me. These drunkards might try to rob you, given how frail you seem. Or fragile, excuse me. Then they'll have the privilege of witnessing the power of our proud Expansion Mr. Edwin instructed me on how to modify this mecha. The energy beam it emits can easily incapacitate a person. Paimon and I will try our luck there. Over there. Alright, let's go. I'll take the lead. Limerick, you watch your flanks. Now this is me just going around, checking a bunch of people to see who they are, because some of them don't have names that pop up above them. A crumpled bill with a few lines scribbled. Bad guy brought... I'm not going to bother reading those. It's just some nonsense that I found. I guess it's like thieves can't written on the bill or something. Supposed to be some sort of code for stuff. Not like I know what any of it means anyways, because I don't really know lingos like that. So I ended up going around talking to all the drunkards in the area, trying to find Cobalt. So there'll be a bunch of different people I talk to. This is me trying to determine if this is the guy I want or not based on the dialogue, and be like, oh, he's not. Never mind. And then I go and read another one of these discarded bills. Because I'm thinking that maybe they have something of interest, and I gave up, I think, after this one. I'm like, bleh. Yeah. Another thing. I noticed that there was somebody of interest here. There was a reporter. He doesn't seem to work for the, whatchamacallit? The Steambird. He doesn't seem to work for the Steambird, so I'm thinking that he probably works for one of their competitors who don't write as good articles as they do. So, yeah. He's a bit of an attitude, too. There's a lot of drunkards over here, unfortunately. You'll be surprised where I end up finding Cobalt, though. He is not in a very noticeable spot when you first go by him, I'll say that. And this guy is trying to talk to a bird. I mean, you're not Diona, dude. Wait, was it Diona that had that? Alloy, I know, has it. Also, I was shocked to find a maid there. That was another drunkard I found who was not Cobalt. So then I start looking in the less noticeable areas. Tried to anyways. I found somebody laying in the grass. Hehehe, I'm gonna be rich. How dare you belittle me? Blech. That's him. There's no one else in Luminous Harbor with a rat face like that. Cobalt, get up. Who are you? I'm in the money now. Don't you dare shout at me. Oh, sure. So where did you get it? Details, if you please. You, Kosover. Yes, it's all because you worked for you. I worked for you. That I messed up on making big money. And then he just immediately attacks us in his drunken state.
Solidify!
Orders given. Orders received. Wheel of life. Over here!
He does not have a lot of HP. And Kosover just like kept pushing him away, which did not help matters either. Boss, Kosover, please forgive me, big man. Forgive you? Well, that depends on your behavior. Limerick, tie him up and take him back to the ship. Sober yet, Cobalt? Can you speak properly now? Boss Kosover, please forgive me. That was alcohol talking. You want some more to help you relax? You're right. Right. Whatever you say. I ask you a question, you give me an answer. Anything more or less, I knock your teeth out. Clear? Yes, crystal clear. First question. Were you hired by Lolier? On the count of 3. Yes, he hired me to escort someone to a certain location in Lodos Harbor. I don't know who the person is. I just escorted him to the designated location, took the money, and got out of there. Second question. This person you were escorting, was he carrying something? Well, he had a large backpack on his back, and nobody was allowed to look at it. but it was very strange. It was warm and it kept on buzzing. Could that be... It's the self-heating effect generated by bound Akirium. Mr. Edwins talked about it before. The backpack must contain the Akirium kinetic core. And that person must be Knacker. Guess you've got your man. Paimon's gonna give him a good bashing. Third question. Where did you escort him to? Give me the details. Boss, could you give me a map? It's too remote a location to give that precisely. Sure, I'll get you a map. Don't you try anything or else. I wouldn't dare. Heh 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 heh. Transportation. Oh, Cohort nervously marks the map. Boss, there you go. There's the place. I assume that there won't be an ambush waiting for me, or have you hired somebody to take me out? I would never, boss. You know I won't lie. Ha, fine. When we get there, you take point. Chart a course. That's where we'll be heading. Transportation. Okay. So, this is the quest area, but this has been going on for about 20 minutes. So this is where I decide to just check out the name of the quest in a moment. Because I'm like, it's close enough to time. An Unexpected Plan is the name of the quest line. So that's going to be it for now, and I'll see you guys later.